Hello, welcome to my live analysis. So I just quickly want to do analysis on Crash 500. So let's see what we are expecting on this pair at the moment. So normally we we're gonna do the projection from the daily time frame, so we can as usual, as I normally say, we can see the market from we can see it from a bigger perspective. So normally I will looking at this pair without any indicator. Looking at this pair, we can see that the market has been on a serious downtrend, and after a long while, it's only today we are having a good bullish move. So it's been buying since money or since today. So, but what are we expecting? We can see that um, majorly from the daily time frame, we have our support zone. It's supposed to be around this level. Okay, so you can see that that is why that's why it's buying. So normally when we are doing analysis, sometimes I just look at the what the market is doing from the daily time frame. And when we're doing analysis like this, we have to take two things into consideration. What we're gonna do here is placing our horizontal line, capturing most importantly zones that the market is selling, and also where the market will likely should be buying. So we have a major resistance over here, and since the market moved from this level to this zone, it's been dropping, it's been falling. So we also, if we look around this particular area where the market is moving, we also have another resistance around here. So if we will do some calculations or some analysis, since I'm on the daily time frame, I believe since price went below this level, possibly the market will need to struggle to break out of here, because we're watching this move. Since there was a daily support here, for example, if I if I want to use price action to follow this, let's say we had price moving here the first time. Remember I said whenever price break out of the previous support zone, if price is beginning to move again, it begins to react to that previous support as now a new resistance zone. I don't know what's wrong with this mouse. Sorry, excuse me. So this is what I'm trying to say here. We had this candle moving from we had this candle moving from here. You can see that when it moved to this level, we had it retesting and pulling back, showing that there is a little bit resistance there. But since the buy was strong, the next day what happened? Price broke it and possibly went higher to the next resistance. And when it went higher, what did we see here? we had some pullbacks showing that, yeah, we've got a resistance around that place. So we had pullback, not almost to where it started buying, at least about 50% retracement. And what do we expect? Since it was a buy trend, so we had price breaking out of that zone and we had a continual move. So more likely, I can't see the other part of my chart. So you could see all these pullbacks are likely zones the market is hitting and trying to react to. So that's why we were having pullbacks around. So possibly if we move like this, we're supposed to have pullbacks because the market is not moving in a straight direction. It moves and reacts to a particular direction and then more momentum which it uses to move. It gains more momentum to move up. So this since the trend was strong, that was the next place the market did sell. Remember, the market moved a little bit, used this support zone and acted on it. When it came, it retested a little bit, showing that there's some little minor resistance there before breaking through, and then we now had a level of retest, and just like this. So the market had been this way to the downside since the market hits that resistance zone, and as usual, the same thing over here. We can see it here. The market had to show that there is a little. Um, the market had to react to this support zone previously, and what did it create? It now creates a higher high, and then came down with more force to break through, to break that level. Then we got here that, remember, the same principle applies when price did move below this particular support. When it was buying again, it reacted to it, though it was a minor resistance. So the same thing when the price was falling, all this edge of the candle, the wicks and all of this is likely supposed to form a confluence where the price is supposed to react and give us some buy there. And that was what happened when price got to this zone where we have some confluences. Sorry, I'm using a daily time frame, but normally this is the proper way to do analysis where you will always have an edge over the market than using 30 minutes and 1 hour. So we had some pullbacks, and what did we have again? From that place, we had price breaking that current support. So when we got here, we had some pullbacks, but the market needed to move a little bit to break it. So now that we have hit this support here, this is a weekly support and this is a support. So now I will avoid this place. I will put my line here. So I'm expecting, this is what I'm expecting from here on crash 500, since it's buying, at least it needs to buy, that whatever goes up must come down. So it's been selling. So for it to continue to sell downward or break to this level, which this is our real long time buy, where we can hold it for months or almost the same equivalent to what happened here that is selling. The same thing when we are buying, we'll be buying and holding for long. All right. So this is crash 500. I believe since the market is beginning to bounce back from this place, we're expecting price to move to this level because this is like a resistance here and this is forming a support. So we're expecting price to reach here and but excuse me, meanwhile we are not going to skip it. If we watch closely around this zone, we have weeks of candles around here. So we are expecting price to first come here, and I think it's been struggling to break out of this zone. So we're expecting price to come to this particular support zone we're seeing because I told you when price leaves here, when it comes, you start using it as a minor resistance. And of course, what are we expecting? We're expecting it to get there and react and retest. So for now, what we're doing is um, I'm seeing a buy, but we need another entry if we must join this trade at the moment because I want the markets to do some retracement, but I will change the time frame so we can see clearly. So now what I'm trying to say on the daily analysis, whether the market will retest or not retest, I'm expecting this buy to get to here at least. When the buy gets to here, we can see what happened. We're expecting the buy to get to here and possibly some level of retracement downwards. If we get some level of retracement, then I'm sorry, I'm like I told you, I'm using the one time frame. So I'm expecting price to move up to this zone. Don't forget this pair is on a downtrend. I'm going to do more analysis on the 4 hour, but for now, let us use the daily time frame. So I'm expecting price to reach this place and give us some little pullback. But this is where I am targeting this pair we move up to. And then either a retest to this level first. If we get a retest, it might still use that same zone to be buying, possibly, but it may not go back there. Then we may possibly have price breaking that current zone to this level, and anything from here, this is a long time buy. I don't know how many weeks this might take, but this buy will be moving as long as this place. Anything from here will be a real long term buy. So that is an analysis on this pair for the weekend on the daily time frame. Remember, I'm saying we are holding a buy from here, possibly to here, and the major retest to get to us over here. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting. So if you are on this trade, you entered here, you can hold. Then if we are not in this trade, we possibly wait for some retest at least. Let's get a retest up to this weak candle where we have some weak candle. For those that have not entered, we have to wait for retest to this level. Then we place a buy here. We can use a buy limit, and then possibly it's a swing trade. from my analysis until when price gets to this place, we can always get out of the trade. Okay, so now that is that. I think possibly we have to reload my chart. So now I'm going to go to the H4 time frame where we can scatter the analysis. So, Bert, as usual, how we do the analysis, normally if I get a trend line, following what price is doing very straight, you know that the market has been on a downtrend. So this has been the market direction for over a month or since the start of this month. So until this downtrend is broken, if if price gets here and breaks this downtrend, is possibly um, the downtrend channel has been broken. We'll possibly be looking for another reversal to the upside. But for now, we're thinking price will be respecting the pattern it is, and just like that. So there have to be rules guiding our trading until there's a breakout of this trend line and we see a continuous bullish move, because sometimes you might have breakouts and correction coming in, continuous sell. So we have to wait breakout and watch what the market is doing before we now place our buy. Normally, if there's breakout, you're not going to buy instantly. Once there's breakout, you wait for a test, and once there's at the percentage level of the retest, you see a continuous move, you now take the trade. So okay, now this is on the daily time frame. On the 4 hour, let's look at our charts quickly. So we are not okay. So now that trend line, this is what is there. This is how the price has been moving on a downtrend. Normally, whenever we are using this pattern of trading price action and we have price moving through a channel like this, if it gets here, you probably will wait for price to hit the trend line and then you now sell. So you can see that anytime price hits this trend line, we're possibly looking for a sell, not a buy. So right now, we are waiting for two things to happen here. Since price is coming here, you can see that from this zone, we had price, we also had another trend from this level. If I put my trend line to this point, we possibly can see that we had the major trend down here and we had another trend. So you know the market has its own pattern, some days how it moves. So now we have something we're looking out for. We want price to break this downtrend channel. If the buy is going to be valid, we see that price tried to break out of here, but since right now the market is on a downtrend, so we are not expecting to come and buy here, but we patiently will wait for a breakout of the downtrend channel, then a level of retest, because we are going to get some liquidity at that zone, perhaps a level of retest, and then another bullish indication. Let's say we have price breaking out. We have price breaking out of here. If it breaks here successfully, why am I looking at the level? If we put a straight line following this, the wick of this candle, remember I told you my strategy is price action. So I have price, I'm using the support zone here, slash the next resistance here. I possibly we want to make a valid touch as possibly. Remember, for whatever thing you're doing, your trend line, your positioning of your trend line, remember you must have some valid touches, 2 to 3, so that you know that if price is coming here, you are not just placing a line, but you're placing the line to fit in line with your candle position. So this is, we have one touch here for this. I think let's not get confused for now. So I'm going to delete this line. Sorry, I'm using the 4-hour time frame. So this is what I'm looking at. We have another touch here. I have to get this off. So we can see that we're having some little pullbacks from that place as price is approaching there. That shows the trend line is still active, but price is moving with more force ahead. So which we are not going to rush the market. We have to wait. So at the moment, I will not put it here. I have to look for some high points, like, yeah. So almost closely to this week. So we have some valid connection within this support and this, what is this called? Resistance. That is how you can also connect your line. So what are we watching out? If price eventually breaks this downtrend channel, this crash 500, I have already shown you on the daily time frame where I'm watching for this pair to hit, and then we come back for another long sell again. So I'm expecting price to break out of this particular downtrend channel on the 4-hour. So since it started buying and it's still moving, I'm expecting price to, if it breaks out, we will not say, oh, there's a breakout. We have to wait for price to get here, because you can see what I did. That is a major resistance. If it breaks this trend line, out of this trend line, we're supposed to act as a channel movement, because the usual way we can see that once price is approaching here and it touches here, we're supposed to expect pullback. So we are not going to rush the market, remember. So normally we're supposed to be expecting pullback to either this particular level again. And since this is the pattern price has been moving, what are we supposed to expect? In the normal way, we're supposed to expect another move. But we are targeting two things. If it can't break it right now, but we can see there have been effort from the recent move, there have been effort for price have been struggling to move out of this channel. But right now, suppose it can move out, then if it retests down here, the next time it's moving is going to move with more higher push. But for now, let us look at price still moving, still at this this position. So now where I'm looking at this price to move, not for me not to rush and enter anything, I will allow it. If it's still buying, I will allow the price to move to this level where I have my resistance traced. I had to use the previous support and another second support, and then link the lines to another resistance to make it valid. So if it moves here, if suppose the buy is very strong, if it moves here and break here, for sure we are going to have a major pullback coming back to some level from that place. At least I'm going to look for any wick of this candle. I'm going to look for I'm going to look for where we have okay, so I'm going to use a link here to this place. Sorry, my mouse is misbehaving. So this is if I put my next line, link it with this support to somewhere here, I possibly want to ensure there's I'm really having two candles connected, this one and this one. So if there's okay, I can see it seem what I'm seeing here is more likely I'm seeing a retest from that place. Okay, so there is, if I put my line here, price is struggling because of the wick of the candles at this place is struggling around here, because I told you when price breaks out of here and is trying to buy back, it will now be using here as we'll be reacting to it as a minor support. So now this is what I'm expecting from this pair, because I want to take the trade since I left the trade because I entered somewhere here and the market retest. So I had to secure profit. But since I wasn't on the chart, now this is what I'm looking at, this pair, crash 500. I'm expecting, if this buy is a good one, we're expecting price to break the downtrend channel, then reach here and give us a major pullback, at least to this level where I have connected this week, this candle week, and the next candle week. Now, if we have this, the next target of our buy, the next target is more likely price moving above, because after retesting, we may be having price coming here, good, and the price will not surely break out of there one time. It may need to be acting on that particular level, on that particular level, severally, until what price breaks it. So for now, we are looking at this zone here for this buy. We're looking, we're watching if the market will be able to hit this particular level, this buy we are in. But I can see a retest going on. So that means this downtrend is still very active. So that's why I said you don't buy anyhow. You always run your setups with rules. So we have been seeing that price has been on a downtrend channel. If it comes here, we have sell or pullback. So but now, since we had a buy from the daily candle, not just a buy from the hourly candle or 4 hour, we had a buy from the daily candle. So we're expecting price to either break out of here, retest downward, or price to come here, do the same thing. Two things we're expecting, and we'll be watching for price to come also to this point. If it breaks out of here and breaks this place, then what happened? Our setup is not valid. That is what we have to know. So we are we are using a support currently that price has moved above it. So if it's coming down, we're not expecting it to come immediately and break this place. We're expecting price to come down and react to it, and then form another buy to the upper side. So that is that for now. So we are looking at two things. The next candle is supposed to open by 9, another fire candle. So since price is retesting from here, so let's hope that it will come down here. If it doesn't break and we get another buy, this is another safe entry position for you, not buying there. Just quietly relax and wait for price to come to this level where we have support, and we have linked it with the wick of the candle here. So let price move to this level. But if we have continuous buy, we are not going to buy around here because we are we are buying at the resistance zone, which is not correct. So we kindly just wait for price to get here. For sure it will come down with more force, and then we watch what is going to happen. So like I said, the analysis is still valid, so I will be watching this crash 500. So if it gets here again from this level, we're not expecting price to immediately break that place. We get maybe a second pullback. The third time might just be a lighter pullback, or we have a straight move, depending on the buying pressure. So we might just have a little move from here. And what do we have? We now have price breaking out of this place to this place. So remember, this is a major resistance for now, as long as this downtrend is concerned. So we are not going to, we're not expecting, if it gives us opportunity to move here, we're not expecting it to break here immediately. We might have price coming back up to this level back here, because that's a major resistance. Then possibly sell or buy continues. So that for now on crash 500 analysis. That is that. So you can see how I do my analysis. I have to link this support to see when I saw a candle trying to give me a bullish move. I will have to link what I have here and place it there, see if the market is rather going to be going up from here or going to be going down. If it doesn't break it, we now take a buy. So that is how we do the analysis. So the same thing applies here when I use price action to do an analysis like this. What do I do? What do I do? I look at the candle from the week. For example, I look at the candle from the week, trace it, and put it like this. You can see that this was very correct. When price started buying here, what happened? That was a very valid trend from here, very valid resistance. You trace two support from the candle week, two supports, and match it up with what? A resistance. That is how to follow price. That's how to always give yourself to create your own price action. Follow the previous thing the market has done. 1, 2. Just draw it and keep there. The market will come and act to it. Now, what did I do here? 1, 2. previous support, I've drawn it to this place and I left it there, but we can see price is falling down below. So that means this downtrend is still very active. So if you follow this formula I'm teaching you, you will always what? You always get, you always going to um, follow the market gradually than just following indicator. So the same thing applies here. 1, 2 supports possibly. For now, this was still very low, so I don't think that was there. This could give us, this could give us give us actually the same thing here. So how we do it, when the market has broken through a zone, for example, when the market has broken low, has broken out of that zone, we use the higher position and mark it this way. For example, okay. Now, if we check this level, this is more lower than this particular level, so we can now use the support here and link it straight. This is going to give us a major resistance. For now, this is a major resistance. Before we get here, if here is broken, this is another strong resistance for it to break. This is not even just, this is a minor, it's just a channel showing that price is moving. But if the market should break out of here, like people that like chasing the market, if it breaks out of here, it can't break here. This is going to be a major resistance. Just as we have, this is a major resistance. If I see another one again, I will show you. I'll show you how that works. So, but if we link this is no longer a resistance. But if we link to here, this is giving us but a support from here. Well, I don't know why my tools have disappeared. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is that on Crash 500 analysis. Normally, always don't trade with your eyes. Always trade forex with proper tools. Place your lines properly. I don't need indicator to tell me the market is on a downtrend. So this is where this linking comes for this one. So that's it. So you can see how I'm doing my linking from here. So I want to get this link to this support. So for now, this is how it is. If we get a retest here, we'll be watching for a buy opportunity again, because for now price is low because we don't sell at the low position of the market. The market will need to give us create some higher high for it to come down, come back and break here. You can see everything is low from here. So this is just the analysis on Crash 500. So this is a major, this is a major resistance here. Meanwhile, we also have another major resistance here. That is why this line is here. So look at this, look at the look at the support here. This is where this this is where the market has been reacting, because we have support here which the market has broken previously. So it's been struggling to move out of here. And anytime price breaks out of here, we know that we can now risk or hold our buy. For now, I think our take profit should be at this place, and we should have left the market for now, unless if your entry is here. So for now, what I'm trying to say, if I am getting a pullback here, this is where I'm expecting pullback to reach, the pullback to reach. Since I have a list, how many candles do I have here? So if I do some linking, let's say I want to link this candle to the next candle here. Let me get this out, because this rectangle is not capturing the point the way I want. So we're expecting a level of pullback. You can see price went there the first time and they couldn't break this line because there's a support here, there's a support using that as a resistance. So for now, that resistance is still valid. So we're expecting price to come back here, but whatever happens, if it leaves out of this zone, what happens, we'll be targeting our next bar here. But for now, we'll be watching what price we do when it gets to this place, because remember, I didn't just place this here, I had to place it. There's a support here. There's also another weak candle wick here and something like that. Even if I don't place it there, I can decide to use this one here. Good. Okay, this is it. So this is where I'm expecting price to retest, possibly to this level, so that the next buy we can take the next buy. So I'm expecting a retest to this level. So you can see how I did the matching, and make sure I place the line to this level. And also, okay, there is another touch here. So I'll wait for price to get to this line where I have, and then watch what the market is going to do at this level. So I don't know what is wrong with mine. Good. So this is how the movement is supposed to go. A pullback, so that the market can possibly come back and break out of this place. If it moves to here, price should retest again, at least to some level. before we have a finally breakthrough to possibly this place, before we have a stronger sell downward that we can come here to what, to break this current support level. But this is another for our candle. It's 9 p.m. So we want to watch what is happening around here. But I think I wouldn't enter a buy there because that is a resistance point. I'll wait for good um, pullback to where I have shown you this level. And then when I see the candle trying to reverse or roll upward, and I'll take a buy. Okay, guys, I'll see you. For now, I just wanted to do a little analysis on what I think Crash 500 is likely to play out this weekend, at least from now to Sunday. That's what I'm expecting from this pair, Crash 500. Thank you very much.